This is Not Worth Living, a podcast that features creatives interviewing themselves with a preset list of questions. Unlike other podcasts that feel like conversation between friends, this one aims to feel like eavesdropping on a psychiatrist's visit. Today's episode features...
This is Rebecca Gransden. I write sometimes and I live on this island. What makes you tick? All the good stuff, but mostly repeatedly bumping into electric fences, which I frequently do, even though deep down I know where they are. Seems to be a real blind spot for me. Would you open an envelope with your death date? Good question. I'd probably mark the envelope return to sender and see what happens. What was the first time you remember creating something intentionally? This perhaps isn't the first, but it's what comes to mind. I remember writing a very short story with a drawing to accompany it called The 10 Birds. The 10 birds were lined up on a telegraph wire. When they went to all at once fly away, they flew but left their legs behind. The drawing shows 10 pairs of bird legs lined up on the wire. What keeps you motivated? I've never had an issue with motivation. I've had breaks on working on stuff, but the thought doesn't occur to me that I won't return to writing or creating. It's just DNA, I think, and the feeling I've not quite tapped in the best of what I can deliver, whatever that might look like. Who inspires you at the moment? Rodney Stanger, I find eternally inspiring. If money was no object, what would be your dream project? Easy. A film project that I'd want to write and direct. It's a fictional account of a true life case, in the vein of Zodiac or Son of Sam. Sprawling, epic, great potential to put a certain era on screen. Would take a lot of time to research, tracking people down, following breadcrumbs. Could have risk associated with it also, as parts would put focus on some alleged shady dealings by some very high-powered people. Would take years out of my life to commit to as a project, so practically it's a pipe dream, but nice to fantasize about. Is there a quote or a motto that you work by? Not really, but I will say to embrace being invisible. It seems like that's an idea that's out of fashion at the moment. I never understood whining about lack of attention, either by creatives or especially that deep fear about becoming invisible with age. There's a reason the power of invisibility is represented by a cloak. You can get up to more mischief when no one is looking. Would you be friends with yourself? Yep, no hesitation. It would be like Sam Rockwell in Moon, but with a happier ending. What do you do differently from other people? This question has really foxed me, as there are so many other people, all as complex and with as many quirks as anyone else. But to think there is anything that singles me out as functioning in a unique way, different from everyone else on the planet, seems insane to propose. I do things as differently as other people in the end. What would you like your epitaph to say? I'd be happy if it said, mostly not an arsehole. I think this is the best any of us can aim for. This is Rebecca signing off.